Morning, folks. July 25th. Sorry, let's try that again. July 25th, 10:28 a.m. Just over a minute to the EIA report. Trade is almost right between the two targets. There's one on the lower channel and one on the upper channel here. You just follow the green line straight up, the green line straight down. Middle, halfway in between would be around 68.92 on FX USOIL. So it's trading 68.64, so about 30 cents to the downside of midway between the two. Typically, it just sits right in between the two targets. First 5 minutes of the report, I tend to not trade, but I may be just a little more aggressive than normal here. I'm trying to get some good entries going in a leg down that we expect, but we don't know when that's going to happen, of course. So we'll see how it goes here the last couple of weeks. I haven't been dialed in like normal, but we've got our new algorithm updates integrated to our trading platform here. So today might be a good time to test that. I've tested it already on day trading yesterday and swing trading today, and it works well. So reports on deck any moment here. Okay, so trade just hit that 68.91 mid-range resistance. That's actually a resistance on the swing trading range. So it's trading right at the top of that. Over top of that is long, but I'll give it a few minutes. And under that is a short down the channel. So we're on the long side here at 69.06 FX US oil. So I'm going to trim a little here, around 69.32-ish. That was 69.30 I trimmed at. Thanks, Jen. Sorry, these alerts are getting out a little slow here today. And that stock RSI on the one is super high. So there's a pivot right here. There's always hidden pivots where this is the 1/4 of the quadrant, right? You'd have to go into the other videos for the explanation because I just don't have time right now. I might do some more entries here. But that's why I trimmed there. Looking for this target up top, but I'm not sure that we'll get there. So there's your hidden pivot, right? Getting right up back to pivot now. Bulls aren't backing off here. It's a new 5-minute candle in just over a minute. I'd rather wait for that new 5-minute candle to make a decision on the next leg of entries here. I didn't expect to be long, so I'm going easy here. But the bulls are buying into the end of the 5-minute candle, which is bullish on the intraday time frame, on a tight time frame. But you can see it's struggling with that pivot. But they are not backing off. Just got 1 minute left on that 5-minute. This will be telling here. So there's the machines starting to sell off a bit. Oh, look at that. So Peeps took the opportunity for a few cents there and bought. There we go. Now it's coming off nice. Twenty seconds left. Nice. Here's the candle switch. Maybe I got that wrong. Did I have that wrong? Is there still a minute left? No, it's 20 seconds left. Sorry. Sorry, I'm looking at it. 10 different monitors right now. Well, 6 monitors with 10 different charts. So that's the new 5-minute candle there. You get her down just a little bit more. That stock RSI on the one is still really high. It'd be nice to have that down some and get it on the turn. Get that MACD down would be nice too, but that's not going to happen, I don't think. Put my finger on the trigger. So on the model, it's sitting on the first test line for the second one's here. It's interesting it didn't get into either target. This is the swing trading range, support and resistance here in 68, 91, 92 area. This is all on FX USOIL WTI. I had a fairly poor execution on that trim. Could have been better, I think. But you know, for a little scalp out, that's working well. So I'm hoping to get an entry here. So just looking at the indicators, there's your stock RSI at the top there, it's coming down. Oh, there the buys are coming in. So that's probably at the 50% retrace, yeah. That's where the buys are coming in. So 50% between 69.31 and that pivot. So between the pivots is where the buys are starting to come in. So we'll see if it holds. So if you did a, you know, little intraday fib mark here, you would see it. So that's 69.11 mark or so is your intraday support. Yeah, and they were buying 69.08, so that stock RSI is probably going to turn here. Now, ideally, I'd want to see the 5-minute candle expire and hold over that retrace, that really tight intraday retrace. MACD is about to turn down. Squeeze momentum's coming down. I watched that squeeze momentum really close. So they hit it again at that retrace, right at the retrace, 69.11. So that's your mark right there for now. If it dumps under, then we're going to look for the next, the channel. There we go. We're going to look for the channel support underneath in the algorithm model. Just over a minute left in that 5 minute. So a lot of people would take this trade right here. I'm just, because I'm expecting a downdraft soon, you know, this couple of weeks, a really serious one. I'm being cautious with my longs, but I'll go with this if it proves out. But I'm trying to use all the disciplines. Of course, Jeremy's got his machine trading going like mad here, but until we get that automated and integrated for members, we have to think through it. By the way, that intelligent assisted platform is going to be one smoking platform when announced, probably mid-November. We've got a target date for the end of October for it to finish. Be ready, so sometime in November. Handheld, it'll be integrated either in your desktop or handheld or whatever. The new first-gen machine trading models come out before August 14th, sometime between July 31st and August 14th. So you'll want to watch for updates there. So it's underneath that that really tight intraday retrace of 69.11. So it's pounding up against it right now with the change of the candle. Bulls are coming back in on the new 5 minute. Stock RSI is almost to the bottom. Well, it's down, trending down. MACD is trending down. Squeeze momentum. So I'm watching for that squeeze momentum to turn bright green again. Then I'm watching my levels and my indicators. A little overly cautious, but here comes the bulls. And you watch your block sizes too, trade sizes. But it's that stock RSI, that's the main. That and that squeeze momentum. MACD is typically a little late. This is a 1 minute chart. So I want these to line up first, and then I go to the model and trade through it. So there's that stock RSI. It's starting to bottom out now. So now what you want to watch for is the volume. Sorry, there's a jet overhead here. Jet airplane screwing up the sanctity of my little beach. The Zen. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So the machines have given up. Now we're right down in that 69, there's 68, 93, 92, 91 area. Okay, so they've completely let go on it. Now let's see if we can get the turn here. Stock RSI is crashing. MACD's crashing. They're buying it. Whoa. Starting to trade like Bitcoin. Through the 50 onto the 100. Testing that upside. So this will be telling, how the sell-off gets handled, because if it stays structured, you're going to end up here in that $69, well, $70 range. Maybe not today, but end of week. But there is a basket here, like the bottom of this quadrant, and it does get left in the basket at the end of the week too, so you got to be careful. So we'll see if it restructures and gets up over top here. If it doesn't, then I'll have to trade out of the remainder of the position, which would mean that I'd have to hit it, somewhere. Hopefully it gets into this trend line here on the model, and then I would hit it, because it would trade in here. So in a failure, a moderate failure, I'll draw it out for you here. So if we see a moderate trade, a moderate downdraft here, it'll trade in here. If it gets up over, then it's the opposite. So let's draw that out for you too here. So it's under serious pressure now. So if it gets up over, it'll be trading in there initially. The reason I'm not panicked, of course, is I know the structure, so I can trade out of a small position like I have right now. And then, of course, really what's happening is this whole triangle here is your trading zone. But decision to decision is like this. So, and also these fib marks here that I marked when I did this, these got marked at the same time. You see how it bounced here, resistance here, bounced here, here, resistance here. This is how our machine trading is on tighter time frames, but you'll see those models here soon. So right now I'm looking for a dump into, hopefully I can get a dump into 68.15, even 68.07, and then hit it really hard for a long, back up into this structure. And then it should end the week. Well, actually, the end of the week's here. So I could sit in this bottom quad here, in this basket. Sorry, when I was talking about the basket earlier, I wasn't thinking about the end of the week. This is the end of the week. So either that basket or the upper basket or cradle, the lower quad. Up here is the top of the quad, right? Either in there or in the lower. Those are kind of your end of week, the Friday most probable areas of trade. So the bears have the advantage here because it's under the wide trading range right now. And when it did get up in here, it didn't hold it, the up channel, and it didn't get to that mid channel line like it did here previous. So the bears have a definite advantage. So I'm in a portion of that position long, and now what I've got to do is trade out of it. So it's getting right down into that tight intra fib support area. That would be 68.31. But now that it's here, I'm going to be looking for that 68.10 area for a really heavy hit on a long short term, and then back up to 68.65 area. At this point, it's just all short bias because it's trading in this up channel to a point. I mean, it got up here, but everything else is structured in the down channel. The bears have the advantage, huge. So I'm going to see if I can get this dump and then take a long. New 30-minute candle in just over 3 minutes. Okay, so here comes the buys. So looking at the indicators, stock RSI way down. MACD still hasn't turned. Squeeze momentum still bright red. So you're looking for a color change on that squeeze. Stock RSI first, then the squeeze, and then the MACD, and confirmation on the model. That 200 MA above very well could be resistance now. So they're buying into the end of this 30-minute candle. You might take it right up to this first test line, the quad wall 68.66 area. Might. And that's right where the 200 is. So if you're going to try and get a really tight fib on this, like our machine traders are doing, give you an idea how that works. So that looks about right. I'd have to have Jeremy confirm it. So for this trading range, these appear to be your main support resistance decisions. Seems to confirm with the MAs and price action. Now these are, you end up in a ton of fractals and a labyrinth. So this would also work here, like that. It's just a whack of fractals based on the model, which is black box. So you have to be careful. But it's interesting how the black box model gets confirmed all the way through. So this is the main structure that Jeremy will be using with the fibs, I'm sure, right here. Just to give you an idea. And of course, with our new models, this will all be explained. So 68.45 is your main pivot in a tight trading range. I'll save this chart after and put it in the, I'll send it to the oil members. So there's our candle switch, and it's banging right up against the pivot, right? We got just about to the bottom of the structure here. I should have taken it along there, but I was a little slow on the uptake. So there's our MACD, our stock RSI. Squeeze momentum's switched. So here comes the test on the 200. So that would have been a decent entry there. Here comes a test at 68.56. Up through, see how it banged through there? Now the quad wall is next. Getting close to that 200 MA. Getting close to green on the day again too. So at that 68.56, it's being tested. Just looking at it on the 1 minute, see how it hit. It banged right into the 20 MA. 200 MA is close, and then it came off. So it's confirmed on the MAs. The bolts are holding here, which is interesting. They're pressing it at that 68.56. Still pressing it. So that's 68.56 is going to give way. They've been, well, there it goes. So that quad wall's next, and then of course the top of your quadrant. There they go, they're pressing into the quad wall, pressing into the 200 MA, up over the 20 now. So the early bulls are pressing here. So it pretty much touched that quad wall perfect there. But they are pressing into it. So your next really tight resistance is 68.68. Oh, there it goes through the quad wall. You see that? Into that next resistance. There it is. We're pressing through that. That's a small resistance. And your next one is up here, 68.90. So the issue with quad walls is the machines will trim heavy into those quad walls. Any of the lines on the structure of the Epic model, the machines will add heavy or trim heavy into each lines, especially the quad walls. This is the first quad wall. The actual quad wall is here. Just picture a baseball diamond. So this won't be easy for the bulls to get through, but if they get through and it proves, the machines will buy up to the next. But the humans gotta do it. Okay, so through the quad wall, now we're into the tight intraday fib resistance I marked for you. New 5-minute candle on the new 30-minute candle, so the second 5-minute. And it's coming off from the quad. Support, tight intraday support, 68.56. Tight intraday main pivot, 68.46. So right now, my trading plan right now intraday, I hit along, I trimmed at the top 50% of it. My second 50%, I'm looking for an entry down at this mid channel line, long, in hopes of seeing the mid channel line above retouch before the end of the week. If that scenario happens, then it should touch into here and sit in the basket right here. So that's my main thesis on the week, but I don't know that that'll happen, but we'll see. And then next week I'm short bias at this point. So I'll just draw that out for you. So here's what I'm looking for. Now, nothing trades in a straight line, so caution, caution. And the thesis is just my interpretation of the model, right? It's decision to decision of model. Okay, so that's my thesis on the week, ending here on Friday, 69.73. So the bulls are still pressing that zone, your indicators. So it's the 200 MA confirming at that resistance test on the model. Stock RSI is turned back up. Squeeze momentum is green, so that's the bulls. Squeeze momentum is super important. So they're buying in there at the resistance. So the bets are being laid. And there's your MACD to the upside. The machines aren't laying those bets. This is a decision area. If there's a machine outfit laying bets there, if anything, it would be short. And then if it pops over, then they'll cut fast. The machines will cut fast and go the other way. But this is obviously intraday very bullish because they're pressing right into all this resistance. There's your VWAP, your 200, your 100, and your 50. Stock RSI's up, squeeze momentum's green, MACD's up, and so it's just a matter of whether the bulls let go or not. So on my trading plan, I'm waiting for 68.19 at least, take another long side, or I may forgo that and take long side snipes in here, but I'd want this at least under 68.45, preferably 68.19 area. Should have taken it when I had my opportunity. And if that doesn't happen and the bulls get in here, I'm going to look for another spike up over this swing range into this up channel, re-enter long, and hope that my thesis plays out. So at this point, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, not long. I'll be really close. I'm going to set some alarms. I'm going to leave the record on because I expect more trading here before lunch. And who knows, my big entry might not be until lunch hour here. But I'll just keep the record on, keep the room running, take a 15-minute break, be back hopefully for that turn of the candle at 11:30. If any alarms go off, I'll jump back in, but I just got to do a couple personal things here. Okay, so here's the range test. Bulls are pressing. Minute candle expires in 5 minutes. They're pressing hard now. So I'm long again as an ad. 68.93 area. Turn the candle in just over 3 minutes. Bulls are pressing. MACD's up, squeeze momentum's up, stock RSI is high, but you want to see them buy into the turn of that candle in just over 2 minutes. If the shorts give up here, it could be a pretty decent spike. Both ways. That's what you want to see. You want to see the bulls press into it. It's not good. You want to see them press. Over 2 minutes. Come on, hit it. There we go. Hit it again. There you go. There you go. Now big spike. Oh, so close. That was close. Come on. Hit it. Hit it. Come on. Just over a minute. Hit it. We should see a big pop here. Bulls are pressing hard. There we go. 69.10. Come on. Hit that thing. Come on. Hit it. Come on, you guys. Hit it. Let's go. Let's do it. Final minute. Come on. Come on. Pressure. Give them some pressure. There you go. There you go. Now, boom. Oh, so cool. Oh, final minute too. Dang it. Here's the final minute candle. Bull's got a hold here. I was so close on that last spike. Here's the new candle. Come on, show me a spike. So I added here 69.10. Come on. The short should panic here. It's getting up to a quad wall here. I didn't even get the alert on that, out on that 69.10. Jen, if you could do that for me. So I trimmed the 69.10 at 69.14. Here we go again. So I'm back in 69.14. Come on, guys. Hit that thing. There we go. There we go. Go, 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 go. There we go. There it is. Come on. Okay, we should be right at the quad wall. Come on, bulls. Let's finish it off here. Just not ready. So I trimmed to 69.17. Just not aggressive enough. So I'm still holding a portion of that at original entry at 50%. Okay, so I'm going to watch for a bit here. Here's the bulls again. So you can see how I got up to this quad wall, but this upper channel, tricky business right now. You got to be really cautious. So my next long side would be up over this pivot at 69.30. So I'm going to alarm that area. Set a few alarms here. Those are still pressing. Funny action there. Definitely resembles a shakeout. Indecisive shakeout. Okay, so I'm going to watch. I've got alarm set 68.86. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move that up. 68.94 on the downside and 68.28 or so on the upside. Wow, bulls are pressing again. Really interesting trade today. But you just stay flexible and stay with it. Okay, I'm going to try and take a couple minutes here. Okay, so the bulls are pressing the main pivot here. I trimmed the other 50% at 69.26. So I'm all out and I'm looking for another entry here. So they're on through into the new range. How did that ever spike through? Boomtown. Missed my execution just by a hair. Jeremy's telling me he didn't miss his. Wow, nice pop. I knew it was coming, and man, I was getting ready for the midday shoot. Well, anyway, that's an example of how machine trading is better than a human trader. Congrats there, Jeremy. Wow, nice. So it looks like the thesis just might play out here. It's coming up to resistance there, 68, 69 area. Okay, I have to get ready for midday. It's going to take me 15 to 20 minutes. I apologize. I've been in with our machine trading group and returning messages and trading. And anyway, I apologize. It's going to take me 20 minutes. If you can't hang out for midday, that's cool. You're going to get a copy of it tonight in your email anyway, fairly early in the evening. So, well, probably around 10:30 tonight. Okay, so if you can't hang out, that's cool, because tonight you'll get it. Talk soon.